My pleasure. I am Carlo Bulletti, 56 years old, gynecologist with a special interest in endoscopical surgery and assisted reproductive technologies. My professional theater is a university-based hospital in Rimini on the Adriatic coast in Italy, Bologna. I am candidate with Italia Dei Valori for the northeast of Italy, and I intimately share with you all the liberal principles included in the ELDR Stockholm Agreement of August 28, specifically the freedom in circulation of ideas, workers, and professional profiles. We are coming from a great country which become old for bureaucracy, length of procedure for the social life, ethical issue, and professional incomes. The ELDR, in which the Italia dei Valori is confluent in Europe, is including all the principles requested for a modernization of my country and of the Union too. We should homogenize, when we're talking about healthcare system, for instance, we should homogenize the healthcare performances to avoid migration to perceive that performances inside to the Union. We cannot go in a direction as a big country if the ethical issues are conditioning the policy of the life of each one of us, depending on the country of origin. I am convinced that our effort inside to the European Parliament should be in the following direction. We should affirm that laws are balancing the right of the people and have to avoid laws which are affirming the values of some one of us on the values of the others. We should remove stops to basic and clinical research to re-establish simple and practical policy to search scientific endpoints, improving human beings in all countries of the Union without special restriction in one region versus the other. We should leave people to reproduce themselves in vivo and in vitro when and how they choose to reproduce themselves. One union, one law. We should build up an European society without discrimination for nobody, but with the must to respect the law regulating our social life. No discrimination for sex, sexual attitude in all the region of the Union. Discrimination includes also the right to adopt orphans for hetero and homosexual couples. We may discuss on the right to decide by ourselves when we have the possibility how to live this life. What we decide should be respected in all countries of our Union. The right to choose how to live should be associated with the right to stay until the end, even with government support. Finally, we should fight to obtain in all parts of the Union laws which are fixing our high profile to renew the management and politician classes, and that to compete with strongest chance with other continents. All countries should be forced to introduce criteria to pick up high profiles. This policy is the only criterion to encourage young people to improve themselves because they realize that the hope to change their status is depending on their capability rather than from their class appartenance. All that effort as a representative of the European citizen is focusing on the modernization of Europe, which end with improvement of our strongness in competition and quality of life of our citizens.